like to invite Mr. Gore up. Mr. Gore was the homeroom teacher for the seniors this year, which basically meant that whenever the seniors were in trouble, he got to deal with them directly, among other things. So Mr. Gore will do our introductions.
The prophet Jeremiah wrote the following in the 31st chapter of his prophecy. Behold, the days are coming, says the Lord, when I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah, not according to the covenant that I made with their fathers in the day that I took them by the hand to lead them out of the land of Egypt. My covenant which they broke, though I was a husband to them, says the Lord. But this is the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel after those days, says the Lord. I will put my law in their minds and write it on their hearts. I will be their God, and they will be my people. No more shall every man teach his neighbor, and every man his brother, saying, Know the Lord, for they shall all know me, from the least of them to the greatest of them, says the Lord. Jeremiah was writing these words in the era that we sometimes call the Old Covenant, looking forward to the day when there would be a new covenant, and he was distinguishing qualitatively between those two, saying that at the present time people need someone to lead them along, to teach them, to hold their hand, to guide them. But a day is coming when those rules will be written on the heart. When the New Testament reflects on that difference, one of the metaphors it uses is the difference between being a child and being an adult. Children need to be guided. Children need someone to hold them by the hand and say, this is the way. Sometimes children need rules imposed upon them, but a time comes when those laws are written in the heart. And it doesn't take external coercion anymore for a person to do the right thing. That's a mark of maturity. And I'm happy to say to you that the young men and women who constitute the graduating class this year, I think, are a wonderful example of what Jeremiah was predicting. I've had them for several years, and I can recall times when I've had to take them by the hand and lead them in the way. But a time comes when that law was written on their hearts. I don't know when it happened for each of them, but I think it's safe to say that at this juncture, they have embraced not simply the rules of the Oaks, but the rules of God. And that those rules are written deeply in their hearts. And that mark of maturity becomes a signal that the rest of us should pay attention and hear what they have to say. Because when people of maturity speak to us, those words have weight and give us guidance as we seek to follow in that same path toward maturity. So I hope that as each of them is prepared to give to you counsel, that you with me will hear it and absorb it, glean its wisdom, appreciate its depth. It's been an honor to have these young people this year in philosophy, and it's been an honor to have them over the years in a variety of courses. They're a wonderful example of the very deepest sense of what we are about here at the Oaks, and so we're all proud of them and proud of their accomplishments. And with that, I'd like to introduce the first of them, Jansen Card, who's going to take it away. Yeah? No? It's Catherine. This is not Jansen Card. So you guys already mixed it up here, is that right? Just one. All right. So Catherine Roy Ting is going to take it away, and here she is. Come on.